put it in perspective.
Any other spirited topics?
I'm not spirited about the one with the Jay-Z and Nas features. I got like, you got 20 seconds of my commentary on that.
Oh my God! I mean, we don't have to talk about that. I think we spoke enough on it on the IG Live. But if you want to do it for the sake of the podcast,
nah,
that's fine. So I'm gonna say it anyway. I have the 5 Jay-Z and Nas songs.
Whoa, I do have. Wait, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Number 5 is probably the worst one they have together. It's BBC from Magna Carta. Pause on the name. It's Billionaire Boys Club, not what what everyone else thinks. Like, yo, what the fuck? BBC? What the fuck out of here? Jay was wilding. It's my least favorite Jay-Z album, Magna Carta. There's some gems on there, but that Jay killed his verse, but it just Jay said that was the most fun he did doing a record in a long time because it was Nas, Jay, Justin Timberlake, Timbaland, Pharrell, and Swiss Beats all in the studio. They're all on the hook, and then Beyonce's in there. They were just having fun doing that record, but it's not the greatest Jay-Z and Nas feature. That's number 5. Number 4, and I had flip-flopped because Friday I had said something different in number 4. I actually had Sorry Not Sorry at number 4. That's the new joint they had on Khaled album. I do it for hip-hop as number 4 with Ludacris. Nas kills it. Luda kills it. I didn't like the Jay-Z verse. I know he was paying homage to MC Shan and just old school rap. I get it. You know, he paid homage to Kaz and all those guys, but it felt underwhelming. I don't know. It just felt weird as a song to me. Even then, I mean, I was happy they did it because it's Jay-Z and Nas on a record at that time. It was dope. But yeah, it's number 4. Number 3, I just said it. Sorry Not Sorry. Basically, it's Jay and Nas. Both of these dudes, multimillionaires, billionaires, angel investors. They're basically on this track over a lush beat. Wasn't the biggest fan of the beat, but they're just talking about the spoils of their riches, or the spoils of their success. It's crazy that we talking about Jay-Z and Nas all this time from back then, from the 90s till now. These dudes are still relevant. They're still doing it. Even though they probably took a step back lyrically to some people, they're still better than most of the people that's still spitting right now. So yeah, this track I got it at number 3. It was a few ill lines, but it wasn't the craziest lyrical spot. They were just basically sitting back with some laid back shit. You know what I mean? You know, talking about, you know, their current situations. Number 2, man, number 2 and number 1, they can go flip flop. They can flip flop. Number 2, I got Success in number 2. And it was crazy. Success is probably their best song. Success is probably their best song together. The best beat they probably rapped on together. I think I said the chemistry. Not really. I mean, I just thought that one came out after Black Republicans, and it wasn't like it was anticipated. Like, it came out with American Gangster. Like, Jay just put it out there. Like, it wasn't like, yo, I got a Nas feature on this album. We were like, oh, it's gonna be another Nas and Jay-Z feature. So the hype wasn't there like it was, and I just felt like it just felt more authentic than how maybe the hype of Black Republicans was. But Success was ill, man. Both Jay and Nas just killing it over that beat, over that No ID beat. I love that Nas like takes a dig at Jay on the track. I mean, it's not really a dig, but it's like, yo, it's the situation. Worst enemies, you know, best friends want to be enemies. Like, that's what sin. Worst enemies want to be my best. I got Success in number 2. And it was crazy. Success is probably their best song. Success is probably their best song together. The best beat they probably rapped on together. I think I said the chemistry. Not really. I mean, I just thought that one came out after Black Republicans, and it wasn't like it was anticipated. Like it came out with American Gangster. Like Jay just put it out there. Like it wasn't like, yo, I got a Nas feature on this album. We were like, oh, it's gonna be another Nas and Jay-Z feature. So the hype wasn't there like it was. And I just felt like it just felt more authentic than how maybe the hype of Black Republicans was. But Success was ill, man. Both Jay and Nas just killing it over that beat, over that No ID beat. Um, I love that Nas like takes a dig at Jay on the track. I mean, it's not really a dig, but it's like, yo, it's the situation. Worst enemies, best friends want to be enemies. Like that's what sin. Worst enemies want to be my best friends. Best friends want to be enemies. Like that's what sin. I don't give a fuck. Walk inside the lion's den. Like that shit was ill to me. Like he said, and the Jay has the sarcastic laugh at the end of the verse. So I got that number 2, and then number 1, Black Republicans. As much as a lot of people don't like Black Republicans because of the hype, because that was the first time after they squashed the beef, the hype was much higher than what the song was. And I think people's expectations was just, the bar was set so high. So whatever they were going to do, it had to live up to everyone's expectations, and it didn't. A lot of people were disappointed with it. I think Jay and Nas both killed it. Jay obviously talking about the Haven on his verse, talking about something real, the situation, dudes hustling in the street and money getting between friends, and just things that happen. With dudes hustling in the street. Nas' point of view is from the kid from the street, from the hustlers, overcoming the odds, making money. So I got that number 1. So that's my Jay and Nas top 5. Yeah.
You don't have didn't they do We Major?
Nah, that's just Kanye and Nas.
Okay. I thought they did a remix.
Nah. There's one song there's 2 songs that they actually on together, but it's not like they actually on it. Like they had the joint back in the day with on was the Lord Tariq album. Lord Tariq had a solo album. The joint called what's the name of the song? Damn. And Jay and Nas both spit. But they were caught. Yeah, they weren't in the studio when they did it. Jay has a verse. I have the usually oh man.
I thought that didn't come out.
It came out.
Oh, so then I heard and I just like deleted it from we back.
That was Lord Tariq joint.
We LimeWire.
That's what LimeWire was popping.
It was either that.
They had that, and then they had the joint with Jeezy. My President is Black. Nas is on the original, and then they had the remix with Jay. I mean, but it's not official. But yeah, Jeezy did put both verses on there. But yeah, other than that,
the last time we heard we talked about this before because it was when Jay-Z dropped with Nipsey, and then Nas had the EPMD song, which I think might be better than the Jay-Z song. I like the beat better. But what we did say that night was like, yo, they got to drop an EP, and they're probably laughing at anyone who thinks that Jay-Z is trying to like smudge Nas's
stupid shit.
His I don't think it's stupid. I think there is credence to it. I think
why so?
Because Jay-Z's a petty
now
dude.
Still?
No, within the last 15 years. I think there was credence to that.
All right. I mean, I could go through the timeline of the bullshit that people said, oh, he dropped on the same day again. The motherfuckers considered Beyonce and Disney dropping The Lion King and them putting out the soundtrack, The Gift, which Jay-Z had one verse on, as people taking away from Nas's hype.
Right. No. By then it was. I think Jay-Z kind of done with that. Yeah. But we did want to hear them. There had to be a time period when he was doing that, and it started with the MTV thing, Unplugged.
Unplugged dropped the same day as Stillmatic.
Okay, so it started with that, but it had to have ended because they ended the beef, and I think they had to be over it because they're both millionaires, billionaires apparently. Nas, we don't even know what he is, and it's even with the dig with I don't know if this guy MC Search has a beef with Jay-Z or what, but he reconfirmed the whole thing.
He don't like Jay.
I don't know.
I mean, just me looking at it, like just because I've seen him on 2 interviews. Just the vitriol, like this, he's mad at that situation, that line that Jay said. But the way he talks about the situation, he sounds very pissed off still.
So you know what? Now that you say that, I can see why. Because for that line to be that line, it's like, yo, you saying that I fucked over a black dude, and he specifically says that. He said you're saying another Jew fucked over another black guy, and I never wanted to be that guy. And maybe he does feel a certain way, but I think that's a simple conversation because he doesn't sound, you know, but it's still he's almost 50 years old talking about it that way. It was like maybe it's drink champs, maybe he was drunk. He's allowed
Maybe.
to talk like that.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
But either way, I think they could laugh about that. With Nas saying I own a piece of your publishing, they could
Of
laugh about
course.
that. They're both probably going to be involved with a whole bunch of investments, man. Like
Yes.
that relationship, and it's funny because nobody liked that Drink Champs Nas episode. And
No.
when Tragedy was on Drink Champs, he pointed out, he's like, yo, I would have asked him, how did you meet Ben Horowitz? That's exactly what I would ask Nas. What was that like? Like, did you realize what that was when you met him? He probably say no, but I just want to know, like, like Ben Horowitz is part of the founders of Andreessen Horowitz and part of the reason why he went into this Coinbase thing. So the fact that he's involved in all this shit is crazy. The fact that him and Nas are probably the two best rappers alive and two
Yeah.
best rappers of all time, according to you. And I would
Yes.
have, probably bumped them up now. So if the album did come out, would we want to hear this fantastic? Because I really wasn't impressed by the song. I thought Nas was okay. I thought his flow wasn't as fluid. Jay-Z sounded more fluid to me, but even then, it's like I never really care when Nas talks that hype shit like that. Like I like his storytelling ability,
I
and
mean,
they
that's
both
one of his strengths.
yes, it's superpower. If
Yeah.
they, but I would be in, they would garner interest from us. Like the kids ain't gonna care. They're just not gonna
Yeah, they're
care.
not gonna care. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Listen, and yo, not even just the kids. It's people our age or above. They just based off the body of work, the 5 songs that they actually did together. People like, oh, I don't want to hear this. They don't have no chemistry. Like, I just don't want to hear a whole album with them. And there's people are just pure Nas fans, like fuck Jay Z still. And then there's Jay Z fans like fuck Nas. And I'm like, yo, as a fan of hip hop, you cannot tell me you're not gonna sit there and listen to this album. You gotta listen to the album. I don't care who you are. You're gonna play that album. You can't sit there and be like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with that Jay and Nas shit if they put out something.
But
You you
how
what?
many people even say shit like that as a fan of hip hop?
You'd
Who
be
the fuck?
surprised, bro.
How old are they?
They're like our age and older.
Okay,
Bro,
that's it.
look at the timeline. Like go search Jay Z and Nas album. And Hit Boy had kind of sparked it. I mean, besides the song coming out, them doing the Khaled joint, Hit Boy kind of like sparked that. Like, yo, would y'all want to see a Jay Z and Nas album? And people went crazy, it went viral. It's just people were like, oh nah, I don't want to see that. Like, yo, what they had, I don't want to hear it. They don't got no chemistry. I don't want to hear a whole album or EP with them. They're
I, w-
about
I
to,
I can agree to that. I think their chemistry is, or because you know what it is with them both. They
mm,
both try to be way too cool.
too cool
You,
for school.
yeah, you can see him when the Khaled. I like that Nas said like, "Yo, I heard your verse. I had to change mine, whatever." But it was still like Jay. Yo, Gilly the Kid broke down Jay-Z the most hilarious way. He goes, I could look like Jay-Z in every picture. You just gotta act like you don't want to be there. That is
Yo,
every
and that's
Jay-Z.
that. Yeah, it's real though.
But Nas, they both have that same. Nas is just so much more low key
Yeah,
that you don't realize it, and he's not out in the public as much at all.
he's always been like that though.
Right,
Nas,
right,
always.
right. But both of those styles, like that's why Jay-Z and Biggie album makes sense because you
Of
have
course.
two different styles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now,
A Pac and Nas album would have been crazy because it's both
that
one is loud, one is
yeah.
laid back. But when they're both laid back, it's like this is gonna be boring.
Yeah, I would hope, and just for the sake of me being a fan, I will hope that they hear all this talk because a lot of people think they can't do it because like the chemistry. That's being the biggest factor. I think if they really wanted to fucking do this shit, they will fucking murder this shit. Like just for the sake, like yo, we done everything. We can record any type of album we want. We can experiment any type of album we want to do at this point in career. Who's gonna say what we've done? Did it all as solo artists. We've done collab albums with other people for just the sake of like, yo, fuck this. We're gonna do this shit. Just put that shit out there, man. Put it out there. Like, I mean, what?
I'll listen to it. I listen to it.
Of
I don't
course.
know. I went back to the Nas album because it was, Grammy nominated and everything, but I don't like I said, the 444 album I do not listen to. I don't like none of this. The last, and you know what? I forgot who just said. I think it was MC Search said it again. He's on Drink Champs. Once you're past 30 years old, you tend not to listen to new things. It's only like 2% of the people that are above 30 that listen to, like you might listen to the new stuff. Me, everything I listen to is nostalgic. Oh, damn
Yeah.
near.
No, and you know what? I get it. Cause I no, trust me, I'm that way too. But I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Cause I try to see like, all right, I see everyone talking about this shit. Like, what are they like? Let me see what the buzz is about. Like, what I mean, I hear about Conway and his albums, and Griselda always dropping all these albums and stuff like that. You got dudes like Mac Hami, and there's a lot of artists that been dropping shit lately. And it's like, yo, the shit is ill, but it's like I'm not bumping it. I'm not playing this shit every day. Like I don't see what everyone else is or hear what everyone else is hearing. Like I hear it and it sounds ill, but I'm like, is it? I don't know if is it my attention span or it's just like this shit ain't what the shit I'm used to. Like this ain't the shit like, yo, this album's like, oh, I gotta play this every day. Like it's some J Big and Nas shit. Like it's not the same for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just old.
Yeah, I don't. It's like what are they? It's like they trying to redo whatever they like. They would cryptocurrency Scarface is like, all right, it was
Nigga, you
cool.
just said that shit was ill the other night.
I'm in between. I'm just like,
You
did I?
just said that shit was. You say you like that shit Friday, bro.
I don't know if I like it. I'll say, all right, I didn't get my take
That's
on it.
no, but you know what? That's fine because you're human. Like, yeah, you're allowed to. Like, you know what? Day to day. Like, all right, you know what? Friday I felt that way, but it's fucking Monday. I don't fuck it. It's all right.
No, I'd rather you call me out. Don't do that. Don't please.
No,
Don't.
but no. But see, but nah, I'm not trying to cater to you. I'm just letting you know that shit happens. Cause you could feel a certain way about certain music or certain piece of art one day, and then fucking shit happens within that 2 day span or whatever weekend. You're like, yo, you know what? It's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I
it
like Jay-Z
happens.
better. Especially, you know what the line that's probably overlooked is kill. We say kill a god, you create a religion
Yo,
unexpectedly.
that line is crazy.
Yeah, that was like, oh, okay. I like Jay's verse better on that song, and I like Jay's verse on most of their collaborations. I want to say, I don't know if Nas got the one up on any one of them, in my opinion.
I used to think that Nas got Jay on Success, and then I said that on Twitter, and the whole vengeance, my peoples, it came from
No. Jay-Z
yeah,
murdered.
Jay. But then I'm like, yo, nah, Jay killed that. Cause then like my favorite line is in broad daylight I'll off your on switch. You're not too bright. Good night. Long kiss. Bye bye. My reply. Blah blah. Blast burner and pass burner and ta ta. Like nigga, what? And then he incorporated the scene in American Gangster when Denzel killed Idris Elba. Like, cause he asked for the change or whatever. That shit was ill. I'm like, all right, yeah.
All right, that's enough Jay-Z love. I'm
He's
done.
a fucking hater.
I'm not a hater. I just hate the whole vengeance shit. It's disgusting. Like, I don't know anybody likes Nas like that. It's crazy.
Nah, niggas, what? Yo, son, listen, let
Like
me tell you
this.
something.
Here we go. All right, I'm done. All right.
Nas is a god to certain people, especially people that don't like Jay-Z.
Name a
You know what
rap.
it is? It's weird because it's like, yo, if you're anti Jay-Z or if you're anti like Mace or just that pretty boy rap or there's like that flashy shit, you usually gravitate towards Nas. And I don't. It's weird. I'm not saying everyone's like that, but it's a big distinction. Like, all right, it's a good chance that if you're a Nas fan, there's a certain amount of certain artists you like more than other artists, and certain people fall into that category. And I see it a lot, especially online, especially in the online chat rooms, man, especially social media.
For me, again, it's Jay-Z makes easier music to listen to, and that's intentional. And Nas obviously was trying to be experimental, and he still got classics and everything. He's just beyond a legend, one of the best musicians of all time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But it's it's still like I can't listen to, like, my daughter might not. If she gets into rap, then I can play it for her and my son. But I can't. My family ain't. But Jay-Z songs he has that many classic, family friendly or just eventful songs that you can everyone can listen to. They're hits. I don't know if Nas has that many, and even though I might like as many Nas songs as Jay-Z songs, possibly, but it's
I get it.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Put in perspective.